Why, hello again. Hi, I'm Lexi, if you don't know, and here is another one of my book reviews. Um, so this book is called The Beach House by Jane Green, and let me tell you, I struggled to read this book. I struggled. This book came out quite a while ago, and it is one of those books where every couple paragraphs it changes who they're talking about and what storyline's going on. It takes the book 100 pages for all the storylines to come together. I personally would never ever recommend this book, and I struggled to finish it. I struggled to finish it. And I struggled so hard reading this book that after the first 25 pages, I couldn't keep all the characters straight in my head, so I had to make a flowchart of who was who to follow along until I got to page like 150, where the characters all started to like meet each other, and I was like, okay, got it. Let me give you a quick synopsis, now that I'm done with complaining. So, The Beach House is a story about an old lady who has the idea of renting out her huge beach house that every developer on the island on Nantucket wants to buy. And she rents it out to 5 strangers. And the story basically follows these 5 random strangers, one being her son, one being a recent divorcee, one being another recent divorcee who is now gay and is just coming out. So it touches a little bit on that. And for the time, I'd say it was pretty forward, considering the book was written, I think, in the early 2000s. So I kind of liked to see that. That is one part of the book that I did enjoy. But basically, it follows all of these characters, and they all rent rooms in this lady's beach house, Nan, her beach house. And it's supposed to be comical. She's supposed to be a little outlandish. But in my opinion, it's so distracting how hard and jumpy the book is and how many characters are in the book that don't all know each other right away, that it's almost hard to get to that point of following the story. By the time I figured out who everyone was, I was like, I just want to move on from this book and find a book that goes by the chapter at least. And maybe that's just a personal opinion of mine. That might just be my personal opinion, but I hate books that just jump all over the place, that have a bajillion characters in them. There were some characters that didn't even need to be in the book. Like, personally, I didn't think that Nan's assistant really needed to be in the book. She could have just, taken care of all that on her own and made the character a little more independent, if you ask me. But that's just my review of The Beach House. Personally, give it out of 5 stars. I would say this one is about 2 stars. The storyline was cute. I did like, the little bit of, forwardness to it, and the little bit of comedic outlook on the situation in the story. But other than that, I donated it to my local library, and I hope that someone else finds it more enjoyable than I did. So yeah, that is The Beach House by Jane Green by Lexi Berger.